In this video, we will show how to use Coalesce function in Power Automate. The most common case in Power Automate is to verify null data and default to a certain value. It is simple to achieve with Power Automate by using the Coalesce function. Create an instant cloud flow and provide a trigger for that. As manually trigger a flow and click Create, as seen in the figure below. Next click on plus new step and take initialize variable and provide the values like showing in the below image. Next take a compose action and use the below formula in the expression. If the fee is null, the value will be false, otherwise, a non-null number given in the student object will be used. Coalesce variables student, fee, false. Next, click on save then test and run the flow and observe the results. We can see false is returned because we set fee as null. Now change the fee as true and initialize variable and see the results. Here is how the Coalesce function makes handling null values simple. In this video, Power Automate is a fantastic tool for modern users. It can quickly grow to be so large that we end up writing the same piece of code multiple times. While copying to clipboard is a time-saving measure, it takes time multiple locations when they are made in one location. For us, kid flows are the ideal option in these situations. Use of instant flow. The child flow is similar to any other flow, except that you opted to manually. The child flow allows us to design a reusable flow that can be called from several places, as well as to divide up huge flows, which improves maintainability. Log into the required PA environment using URL make.powerautomate. The username and password and click on Cloud Flows on the left-hand side and after chose the instant cloud flow. Click on Trigger as manually trigger a flow. Give the flow name to click on Create. Add an input apostrophe. To your logic. It must send a conclusive response as triggered by the action. Flow should be define its type and follows the same types of input parameters have. The final flow, I am calling. In this video, explain about how to update records in Dynamics 365 by using FetchXml query through Power Automate. Log into the required Power Automate environment using URL make.powerautomate. Create on the left-hand side and after chose the automated cloud flow. Click on the trigger as when an item is created, and give the flow name then click on Create. Find and select the list row action and chose table name. Go to Advanced Find and select Entity and Status equal to Active then click on Download FetchXml as shown in the below figure. Copy the FetchXml code and paste in the list row as shown in the below figure. Find and select the Apply to each action after select the value form list row as shown in the below figure. Find and select the Update a row action after give the row it form list row then update any field it will reflect to all records. Then save the flow and click on Run Flow as shown in the below figure. After flow successfully run. In this video, explain about copy list items with attachment to another list using PA. Log into required PA environment using URL make.powerautomate.com by providing username and password and create a. Select when an item is created or modified action and provide the site address and list name. Get item action. Site address, list name, ID should be chosen. The dynamic select the get attachments action and provide site address, list name and ID. ID should be chosen from the dynamic content section. Get item action. Select create item action and provide site address, list name. Select add attachment action and provide site address, list name, ID, file name, file content. Choose ID when the item is created or modified. File name should be display name from get attachment content from get attachment content action. The final look of the flow. Create an item with an attachment in the source list. Here we see the destination list having the list item. In this video, explain about how to create folders and subfolders in the SharePoint document library using Power Automate. Log into the required Power Automate environment using URL make.powerautomate.com by providing the username and password and click on Create on the left-hand side and after chose the automated cloud flow as shown in the below figure. Click on the trigger as when an item is created, give the flow name then click on Create. Find and select the initialize variables action. Expand the initialize variable and give name. Type user A and value is folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, folder 4, folder 5, Find and select the Apply to each action under Select the Create New Folder. Configure Create New Folder action as follows. Choose Site Address. Choose a library name for where need to create a folder. Folder path represents the folder structure. ID is a root folder and /current item refers to value from the array for subfolders. Click on Save Flow and Create Item and respected SharePoint list, then